Good morning, everybody. I am Ann Rossley. I am here with my wonderful colleague, Kyle Harvey. We're both with Baird Warner, and we're here today to talk about real estate in Chicago, the Chicago housing market update, and Monday Morning Coffee with Kyle and Ann is the other name we call our show. So today is January 25th, 2021, and we have lots to talk about today. Our theme this year so far has been new construction in the new year, and today is our final episode. We're going to be talking about two buildings that have been recently completed, and we're going to talk about them, talk about how they've done with their sales and resales, and then we're going to share a couple other fun things with you. So Kyle, good to see you.
Good to see you. And I just want to add one thing. If you folks want to chat with us or have us answer any questions, I don't know how to do that, but Ann does, and she's going to tell you right now.
Just leave us a comment in the comment section. You know, we're trying a new system where we have been in the last couple months called StreamYard, and it tells us that the comments that you post in Facebook Live should show up. Now, you're welcome to post comments later on, and we will check our Facebook and get back to you if you happen to see our show at noon today. We are now at 7:30 in the morning. This is when we do our show every Monday morning. So come back to Facebook and find us. You can also find us on YouTube. We each have our own YouTube channels, and we will give you a shout out for those at the end of the show.
Excellent. So let's start with some stats. What do you say?
That sounds good to me. Let me bring it up here. And of course, okay.
Names.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, darling.
We can see it. This is better because it's white, but it still sort of blocks it off. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Today I wanted to talk, we've been talking so much about Loop near North and the struggle with inventory versus the marketplace. Today I wanted to talk about some outlying neighborhoods that we don't talk about very often, specifically Avondale, Edgewater, and Logan Square. These have been hot neighborhoods lately, and I'd like to talk to you a little bit about why. First of all, median sales price. As you all know, we've been touting the fact that our $420,000 median sales price is right at the top. We've been on a 5-year climb, and it's a very strong market here in Chicago. Avondale has seen a steady increase. You can see the blue here. Nice increase. Yep. And it's at 420,000. Wow, yes. 420,000. Holy smokes.
It's caught up.
Yeah. Logan Square, 490, and Edgewater 263. Now, this is combination attached and detached together. And I want to point out, if you're familiar with Chicago, you know all of those condominiums up Sheridan Road. Those are smaller units, less price, and that's why that number is 263. So let me show you what happens when we tease out the single families. Here we're looking at median sales price for detached properties in those same 4 neighborhoods. And you'll see there's not as much variance, but here we are again. The numbers are much higher, over 800,000 in Logan Square. That's been very strong, and that's almost the same as the marketplace. Remember, this is not Gold Coast or Lincoln Park where these numbers would be higher. Edgewater, when we get rid of those condos, goes from 400 to over 700. And Avondale is the best price on a single family. They're over 500,000.
Well, they have many more single families than they do attached properties in Avondale. So that's why the numbers are sort of the same. And Edgewater doesn't it have Lakewood Balmoral in it? Yeah. All those beautiful houses? Which explains why when you look at the detached, it jumps so high.
Exactly right. Those homes are selling for over $1 million. Okay, so let's look at it on a price per square foot basis, which will even it out a little bit. Again, this is the combination condo and house, so Edgewater's on the bottom at $204 per square foot. Against the marketplace of $296, we've got Logan coming in strong at $291 and Avondale at $277. Then again, when we tease out the detached, you can see that Logan and Edgewater are coming very close to the average of the marketplace, and Avondale's behind at $241 per square foot, and look how it's come up in the last year. So as Pete And we've talked about this before, haven't we, Kyle? Where we've said if you're in a condo, like a 2-bedroom, in the Loop or Near North area for like 500,000, you can go to Avondale and get a single family home for about the same square footage for about the same price. And so if you're trying to get your outdoor space and get your home and, some breathing room, Avondale has been the hot spot to go.
Absolutely. And hotspot, not just for single families, but yes, for single families, but also it still has some 2 flats and 3 flats. So for investment properties, it's a great place to go too.
Excellent point. Excellent point. All right. Now we're going to talk about month supply because it's not a week without me talking month supply. Average market area, again, condos and detached.
Pretty high.
We're at 5 months worth of inventory, which, remember, folks, 6 months is our stable market of neither a buyer nor a seller market. So 5 months is still a very good market. But look, when you go to Logan, Edgewater, and Avondale, those places farther away from the Loop, we're at the 2.8, 3.9, and 2.4 months supply. And then when you go to detached, it's 2.8, 3.2, and 2.3. There's basically no single family inventory on the market in those neighborhoods. Now, keep in mind, that's December numbers. We're still working with December. Hopefully, we're going to see a big increase. And not hopefully, I know we will see a big increase. You've been studying the hot sheets, Kyle. You're seeing the new stuff coming on, right?
Stuff is coming on all the time, though not as rapidly as I thought it would, based on the chatter that I'm seeing from the top agents saying, I have a buyer need, I have a buyer need, I have a buyer need. So I'm hopeful that when we are talking to our clients, we're going to get them to list earlier instead of waiting until late February, early March.
Right.
Market, because we've got a spring market right now.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Okay. So with that in mind, now we want to talk about a couple of fun buildings that have been in the news, that are popular, that are luxury, that I'm sure everybody would love to get an update on. So you were going to start first, right?
Well, yes. And remember, we started talking about new construction because one of the things we see around the city of Chicago are all these cranes and all this new construction coming up. And especially in the condo area, there's new construction. There are a lot of 3 flats. There are a lot of big buildings coming up. And so we thought now's the time to talk about it because we spend a lot of time talking about existing homes. We started with looking at the Sears Tower, the Trump Tower. Hi, tall, same thing, tall, Monday morning, not enough caffeine. And buildings that were built in or came online in about 2009, which is sort of similar, different, right after the housing market, the housing crash of 2008, 2009. And how they did. And one of the things you're going to note, because I have for you today, 9 Walton, which came online in 2017, though was selling well before then. The resale market for Trump, you weren't going to get your money back recently. And again, it's a much older building, but you get, it was in the high 80s, low 90s. In terms of percentage of what you paid versus what you get. And some people got much less and some people got a little bit more. So 9 Walton, I'm about to share screen, is the incredibly beautiful and hold on, there we go. Luxuriously expensive, well-appointed building at State and Walton that was built and developed by JDL, a company that has built, among other things, 1035 North Dearborn, 1155 North Dearborn, 11 East Walton, and 9 Walton. There are a bunch of others, but these are the ones that that we know or that you'll be aware of. So so it is 38 stories tall, finally capped out in 2017. There are 66 units in the building, one of which is Ken Griffin's 5-story penthouse, which you can see if I show you here. Can you see where my cursor is?
Yeah, I can.
That's all Ken Griffin. There are, and I've got pictures, over the top amenities in the MLS. Now, sometimes sales don't show up in the MLS, and I don't really understand why, but sometimes they don't. 70 sales in the MLS. The maximum sale, and it does not, and for example, Ken Griffin's doesn't show up in the MLS. And I think he paid something like, I don't remember, I thought it was 50, but the maximum sale in the non-Ken Griffin units was $12,500,000, and that was for a full floor. The minimum was for $1,700,000, and the average is just over $4.5 million. And one of the interesting things is I went through all the resales, and not a single one lost money.
This is the only building I'm aware of in recent history in the last 20 years where they've held their value.
Not
it's
only
been crazy.
Properties that people would went under contract before it was even built.
Yes.
Sold it before they even finished the unit.
Exactly. This is like the old days when we were in the condo craze, where they're flipping their unit before it even. This is like 2005 too. Yeah, they were making money. Was it Patrick Kane that bought a unit there and then sold it? And I mean, but this building has gotten amazing positive press.
Yeah,
you have to say it was like this feeding frenzy of all the cool people live in this building, so I'm going to live there. So kudos to them. They did a hell of a marketing job.
Here's the thing. So if you can picture State and Walton, it's surrounded by other tall buildings and other tall buildings that JDL developed. Right. Did he do 10 East Delaware?
Boy, I don't remember that one.
I don't know. But he did 2 West Delaware, which this building backs up to. This building is surrounded by other buildings.
Right. It's not like it's out there by itself with these amazing views or anything.
Yeah. But he did something really smart with the property. So here we go. Let's take a look. So currently there are 6 properties for sale, 3 of which are only on the private network. And I'm going to show you today pictures from the private ones because you can see the public ones yourself. So here's the lobby. It's really stunning in there. And you can see behind through those windows to this beautiful motor court. I mean, my God, so elegant.
Which is, contrast that with some of these buildings, for example, on Michigan Avenue that you don't even have a driveway to pull into, right?
Yes.
So that's magnificent.
I think all of the parking is valet, but you call for your car and there it is waiting for you in the motor court. Beautiful, and I've seen this pool. It is a real lap pool. And look at that, so, and you can see the Peloton, the treadmills, and the bikes above. And what you can't see, do you see where the staircase is up here?
Yeah.
Just keep going to the, I guess it's left. I'm so bad with left and right. Just beyond that is an enormous golf simulator. I don't know why they don't show pictures of the golf simulator. I think that's why everyone goes in there. Here we go. More pictures of the workout space. This is the common area lounge. Just as elegant as you could ever want. A bar, you can take it over for parties. How fun would that be? Have your own wine tasting, hang out at the bar. How great. Sauna. Doesn't that look wonderful for a cold day like we're going to have today? This is the secret weapon. This is the dog run. And your dog, I apologize, I'm going to say something. The dog can pee here and it gets absorbed. It's like technology. So if it's midnight, you don't want to go outside, got to walk your dog.
Huge. Having 2 dogs on the 18th floor of my building, wouldn't that be wonderful?
So what's available now? We've got on the MLS, 2 $7 million apartments, and one of which seems to say, hey, I think it's 2201. You can have the whole floor if you want. So I think at double the price. So that gives you a sense of the kinds of prices. On the private network, There are three also on here, and I decided to show you. I'm going to show you 2001 and 1602, and
Okay.
2001 is I chose because it's just so bright and colorful, and you know it's that kind of day. We need bright and colorful day. So here is it is a 3-bed. Well, it says it's a 4-bedroom, and it's right that it's a 4-bedroom, and you can see the way it's laid out. The the primary bedroom is to the front of the unit. And what I liked about that primary bedroom is that you can go right out onto the terrace from it.
That's lovely.
So I thought that would be sort of pretty fantastic. You know who has this? It's our friend Julie Heron.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look at that. But you can see it's not a view of the lake.
No.
It is a view of other beautiful buildings.
It would be nice and twinkly at night, but
it's twinkly at night. It's a very New York kind of view. Your city, you're part of the city. It's a very glamorous part of the city. It's not the lake or the park. So just really pretty. Now this I thought was very nice. There's an interior den that is pretty. Okay, so here we go. Look at your bed. Look at your bedroom going out onto that wonderful onto this
the terrace out there. Yeah,
those terraces. The terraces have heat lamps built into it, so you can you'll stay warm even in the wintertime. I don't know how that happened. I apologize. Okay, I'm making it bigger. I'm making it bigger. Sorry, people. Wrong one. Sorry. Here we go. I thought that was just a pretty colored room.
Yeah.
This is the 4th bedroom, but look at how much light, how much window space you have. Oh, this is another one of the bedrooms.
Fun.
I mean, isn't that just? I just thought that was so pretty. And then here we have the outdoor space.
One of the things they got right was the size of the terrace, right?
Oh, right.
If you're going to have outdoor space, have outdoor space. And, you know, the buyers are paying for it, but you can really use that.
It's not a hoo-hoo, look at the lake view, but it's actually a really interesting view, and they've made it another room. Now this is a unit I really love because they've turned a 2-bedroom, 2-bath into a 1-bedroom, 1-bath apparently. Wow. So but it is, and they're only asking $4 million for a 1-bedroom apartment.
I love it. Okay, I want to see photos. Bring them on.
Oh, and it comes fully furnished.
There you go. That's worth the $4 million.
Yeah, there you go.
It is pretty.
So here's that kitchen. So the kitchen is slightly different. 9 Walton is known for its kitchens being smack in the middle of the room. This one is off to the side, and it has a feeling like you could close it off. And then they've got this beautiful little, family room right next to it that it looks really charming. So if you do entertain and don't want everything seen, she's turned I'm guessing it's a she, has turned the office, the 2nd bedroom, into an office right here. So nice. And closet. How fantastic. I mean,
that's a closet.
The bathroom is beautiful and very feminine. And then look at that. So this is this outdoor space is virtually done up, but look how nice that is.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
So that's what I got. I'm going to unshare.
Love it. Love it. So I'm going to talk about another building that went up similar timing, and it's not sold out, and it is also luxury, and that is 1 Bennett Park. So let's take a peek at that. Excuse me. All right, so Robert Stern designed it. First building in Chicago. This was a related project, and they say that he kind of took the Palmolive building as his
launch point
and created it. Am I not sharing?
You sure are. I'm looking right at it. I love it.
Okay, good. Okay, so So that's the deal. One Bennett Park is located here in Streeterville, not too far from Lakeshore Drive, Navy Pier. And I think one of the challenges they've had is the fact that they are in Streeterville. The building, which everybody knows, touristy, blah, blah, blah. But one of the things that they did so marvelously was they used a landscape architect to create this marvelous park. It's called Bennett Park, and I'll show you that in a minute. But the building was built between 2016 and 2019, and it's one of these combo rental condo buildings. 279 apartments, 69 condominiums, and it shares a 900 space underground garage with Parkview West. It's 67 floors tall, very similar to what we were just looking at 9 Walton, which was 66 stories tall, 867 feet. And so if you see an address of 451 Grand, that is the condominiums. If you see 415 North Peshtigo, that is the apartments. They have 2 separate entrances. And this is what the building looks like. It does have views. You can see that it goes over the nearby buildings, and this is looking south, but it has some magnificent views. Forbes magazine did an article recently that talked about this. It also talked about Parkline, which we talked about last week, and the concept of being hybrid. And in that article, they also talked about the Cirrus and Cascade buildings, which are at Lakeshore East, which are currently under construction. If you drive up north on Lakeshore Drive, you'll see 2 buildings there that are under construction, going up very quickly. The one closer to Lakeshore Drive is the condominium building. That's called the Cirrus, like the cloud, Cirrus. The other one is the Cascade. So this is the new thing that developers are doing to kind of hedge their bets. I think the income they derive from the rentals helps to offset and keep the assessments lower, and they share the condominium amenities. The big thing with Bennett Park is the park. And this is this sensational 1.7 acre park in the middle of Streeterville. And it works for everybody, dogs, kids, people. And the amenities in this building are also phenomenal. One could argue they're not quite as good as the 9 Walton ones, but
they're just many more people will be sharing the amenities. That's the difference.
Thank you. Yes, because you have similar number of condos. This building, however, has 269 or 279 apartments.
Yeah, that's the difference.
But you can see they're going for that whole luxury look there. Oh. Isn't that beautiful terrace and outdoor? So in terms of amenities, there are private amenities, shared amenities, amenities. There are 5,000 square feet of private amenities in the building. High-speed elevators, service elevators. They have an event suite with a landscaped garden terrace.
Beautiful.
Dining room, lounge, billiard room. And then shared, they have a recreational deck overlooking the park, fitness and wellness facilities, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. On-site features, pet retreat. They don't even call it a dog run. They call it a pet retreat. In-home package delivery. So they've really high-ended that. And this is the new thing. They've got refrigerated storage as well as package storage. So those of you who are ordering your Instacart groceries have a place to keep it cold until you arrive back home, or you can go downstairs and pick it up. It's a LEED silver building. And you can see from the photograph up here, very high end, low VOC materials, green cleaning program, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's talk about units. Now, it's very difficult to tell how many have sold and how many are still for sale because, as Kyle said, they don't report all that. And in large part, it's because they'll put a sample unit on the MLS. And then somebody comes in and they'll say, well, I'm not sure I want that. I think I'd like to go to a higher floor. That property is not in the MLS. They sell it through the developer without an agent representing them, which we told you last week, not a good idea. And so if another agent is not involved, another company, it will never show up on the MLS. So anyway, that being said, here is an 04 residence. And give me 1 second. I'm going to give you details. This is what happens when you're old. You have computer glasses and you have reading glasses. Okay, so 4304 is currently on the market.
Okay.
for $1,650,000. And we're going to talk about it. Their units have all been reduced in price. Unlike Walton, they've reduced theirs. But you can see, you come in through this nice foyer. You got the open kitchen, living, dining room. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Bedroom over here, split bedroom. But what's missing? No terrace. Most of the units at One Bennett do not have balconies or terraces. And Kyle, wouldn't you say that in COVID, that has been a big part of perhaps why they haven't sold?
I do. I think two things. One, location, and two, the lack of private outdoor space.
Yeah. Okay, so here's an 03 unit, 2,400 square feet. Currently on the market is the 44th floor for $2,275,000. So 2,400 square feet, nice size unit. You lose a little space in the foyer here. You have this kitchen that's not quite open, although, as you said, people are kind of tending to be against having that.
And here's the thing, you can't open that.
No, look at this. You've got a column right here.
Can't open it. But that's a full-on east view.
Right. So here is what it looks like empty. And here it is with virtual staging.
Yeah. Very pretty.
They're pretty units for sure. Okay. And then here's an 09 unit. 5909 is currently on the market for $6,550,000.
That's over a half more. That's
yeah. So it has its own separate dining. Kitchen, family room. I mean, it really is a lovely unit.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to show you this. These are the units that currently show active in the MLS. And here's our price per square foot. They're under $1,000 per square foot now on some of these actives. And everything started out over $1,000 per square foot. And I don't remember what Walton is, but we're well over $1,000 per square foot at 9 Walton, aren't we?
Yes. But here's the thing, just to correct one thing. The developer did lower some prices at 9 Walton. Where it hasn't lost money is in the resale.
In the resale. Okay.
Yeah.
So here, let me just show you a couple of these. So for example, the 04 started at $1,850,000, went down to $1,650,000. So it's under $1,000 per square foot. And this is what you see closed in the MLS. And you can see the resale prices of not resale. You can see the price per square foot prices, and they're all well over $1,000 per square foot. So that is the story when it comes to One Bennett.
Very interesting. Excellent. So those are,
I don't know.
three buildings.
If somebody gave me an apartment in one of those, I wouldn't say no.
And maybe a little bit of an allowance for the monthly cost of the taxes.
Yes, right.
These are buildings that will hold their value probably, and if you're a view person, you want One Bennett, and if you're an amenity person and a privacy person and a person and wants to be a little bit closer to the Gold Coast, you're going to choose 9 Walton. Yeah. Okay. So you and I, we've come to the end of our half hour. I can't even believe that. But we have listings coming back on the market. I have the wonderful 1948 North Hudson Unit 1. I'm going to share my screen. Application. There we go. That is coming back on the market at the new and I think really exciting price of $820,000.
Oh, wow.
Today. And this is, I mean, it is really one of the prettiest streets in the in Lincoln, East Lincoln Park. And, I always think of this as like the greater Old Town area. It's just this charming, look at all that light pouring in. There are two fireplaces, one in the family room downstairs, one in this living room. And let's get me to the kitchen. This is such a pretty kitchen. It was installed in late 2019, early 2020. It's just stunning. It's got a back deck, beautiful. And it's coming on, we're going to put it today at $820,000.
Awesome.
So what's yours?
Okay. I'm fiddling around here. Give me 1 second. Share screen. There we go.
Ooh.
This was in the private network for a little while last year. This is 1301 Dearborn. It's the Whitney. It is a townhouse. So it sits in the back of the building. It does not have, it's over the garage. It does not have any units above it or below it.
I look at it. I'm looking smack into the wall of the Whitney from my apartment.
There's your beautiful living room.
Oh, it's so pretty.
How about that kitchen?
It's been really beautifully decorated and appointed. I mean,
Yeah.
high quality materials, beautiful.
Okay. Second bedroom. It is a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath.
Get
Here
to
you
the-
have a little laundry room, and here's your outdoor space. 1,000 square feet.
That's the secret weapon, the beautiful outdoor space.
Isn't that lovely? Okay, so now, can you see this property that I've switched to?
Mhm.
This is 845 Belden, and we are on the private network. We're going to go live very soon, but I want to show you. This is my virtual paint job on this one. It's currently the green, but with this green Murano fixture, it doesn't show off the wood as well. So we went with the virtual paint color. And this is, well, here, let me show you the outside. This is the building.
Oh,
It is on Belden, just west of Halstead. So it's across from the DePaul and the McCormick row houses. But you can see it's the stately brownstone. Gorgeous
so big.
woodwork.
It's a big house.
Very big house. Double parlor in the front. Here's the kitchen eating area. Master. Okay, in the front, this is the second floor, and it's double in the front. This is a study/den with the fireplace. Isn't that exquisite?
So beautiful.
And then here's the third floor den. This was Walter Jacobson's house at one point.
Beautiful. He's lived all over the city.
Yeah. Where
There's so many-
all the realtors are saying, this was Walter Jacobson's house. Okay, and the outside deck.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that pretty?
Really pretty.
So that's $2.4 million, and it's not on the market yet, but you can see it. We are showing it. So that's the story, Morning Glory.
It's a good story. And we'll come back next week with we've decided to talk about some problem solving techniques that we've had and how to be successful as we're gearing up for what we think will be a very strong spring market. So check us out next week.
Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next Monday on Monday Morning Coffee with Kyle and Ann. Take care.
Bye.